tie the brown palmer, basically hook choice, up to yourself. This one's a fully mill, it's a competition heavyweight, it's a size 12. Sizes, good sizes would be 10s, 12s, 14s, though you could go smaller and you could probably go bigger as well. Now thread, I'm using the Uni thread, 801 Fire Orange. So first thing I'm going to do is just wax the thread, get it started, start at the eye, come down. At this point here, it's down 2 or 3 mil. We tie in on the way down some fibres for the tail. This is just a Sunburst dyed cock hackle, Chinese cock. So if we bring the tips, or bring them 90 degrees from the stem, this will line them up. Depending on how thick the fibre is, depending on how many you need. And I like a good bit of colour. You're looking for a tail length, I would say at least the hook length. So put that in your finger and thumb, set that at the back. What I'm going to do is I'm going to trim away the waste at this point, which is there. And then it's quite easy, just work your way down, keeping the fibres on top. So up to the back of the hook, at the point just before it goes round the bend. I like to bring the thread turns under just to slightly lock them in. Just underneath and then pull it up. And that's your tail. Now there's 2 ribs in the fly. There's a Pearly rib, and we use a copper rib to protect the pearl because it is a weak. The Pearly ribs don't last unless you protect them. So we tie in the copper wire using a length. It's the full length of the body, so there's no steps. The pearl I'm using is the Uni-Mylar pearl number 14, which is a medium thickness pearl. So again, I'm going to tie this in the full length of the body so there's no steps. And then we're going to just tie these in. What I'm doing is tap my finger on the top to stop it rolling with the thread. And then I come back down quickly. And the body is Hare's body fur, which I've obviously removed from the skin. I've blended it and I've added a tiny bit of UV in, which I like. I use this dubbing for a lot of flies. So just enough to work our way up, so we just lightly dab it on. Slide it up. Now don't be worrying about seeing the fire on through it. When it's wet you will see it. I don't mind the fire on showing through, that's why I'm using it. So work our way up. Now give yourself at least 2 mil over the eye to tie in your palmed hackle and obviously your front hackle. Now I'm going to bring my pearl rib up the opposite way so that when I bring my wire up through it protects, catches it in. So to tie it off, what we've got to do, we've got 4 turns. Go over the pearl with a turn with and then a turn onto the hook. And you can do the same again and then trim away just enough to hold it. For the body I'm using, this is a saddle cock hackle I've got. Just a white and Hebert minor, just a natural brown. So that's your thread again. Wear away some of the stem obviously, tie it down. We do a turn at the top. Now the front of the hackle's towards the eye, and then what we do is then just come between the turns of the pearl as we work our way down. Now as we get to the back, what I like to do is come round with the copper wire, a straight turn round the back, which protects the back. Bring it up, the hackle for the last turn, come over it. So basically what you're doing is cross ribbing the hackle and cross ribbing the pearl. And that protects it, the wire protects the body. So draw any fibre going forward, draw it back and lift your wire straight up. And bring your thread up and put a 90 degree bend into the wire. That will lock in and keep the turns tight, stops it pulling back. Screw it in with 3 or 4 turns or more. I usually keep the thread tight and bend away the wire and break it. Remove your hackle from the back, just trim. There we are. Now the front hackle, I'm using a Partridge hackle. One up to in my desk here. So it's Partridge hackle. Now this is, on the back you'll get the small brown partridge. nearer, up closer to the net, you get these kind of mottly ones, which are quite dark. Very grousey like as well because of the colour. They're nice for tying these. I like using them for this fly. So you check the length by just, what I'm going to do is pull away the fluff just so you can see. If you line the stem up against the shank, you'll see the length you're going to get. Now I want the fibre to be as long as the body fibre or the body hackle fibres. In this case they're quite long, slightly longer than normal, which I like. I don't want them too short, so I want a nice movement in the fly. So basically you want this as long or just slightly longer. So what we do is we tie this in by the tip, so we draw back the fibres we don't need. Just trim away enough so that you've got a small tag here so you can tie it in. Offer it to the side, come round with the thread turns, make sure it's secure. Obviously the fronted hackle is facing over the eye. We use the hackle pliers so you can see. So what we do is we just simply fold the fibres towards the back. Nice straight turns. I'm going to use up the hackle. You could do a turn or two or one, it's up to you, entirely up to yourself, but I'm going to use it all up. To get to the front, bring a thread through, make sure it's nice and tight. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this back because the stem's quite thin. Sometimes I don't do it because the stems are too heavy, or if I'm going to put a wing on, because it could cause an issue with the wing not sitting right. Keeping the thread tight, then I can break away the stem. Now that's a good fly in itself, is a small palmer or a brown palmer. Now you could add jungle cock to it obviously, which I'm going to do. So I've got two eyes lying on my desk. So what I want to do is, you can remove the fluff or the fine fibres from the side, which I'm going to do. It's a bit fiddly, but we can do it. You can put them on individually if you want. I would just do that, seeing I'm doing. Just catch it with a finger and hold it with your finger. Get the eye to sit, you're happy with that, it's good. Get your next eye. Just peel away, again, just peeling away the fibre. Now you see the wee black area there at the bottom, you see there, that's the bit I like to tie onto. It's a wee bit softer, it grips well. Just check they've got the same length. Double check it, look from the top down, sitting right, show you, looks okay, that's fine. When you're happy with the position with the jungle cock, you touch a wax on your thread, wind towards the eye, stems, then we can fold these back, tighten up, keep the thread tight, we can break them off. Sometimes I lose them in the fibre, like this one here. I can feel it. That's away. And then we can always keep the thread tight when you're doing that. And whip finish and tidy the head up at the same time. Come in, trim away your thread, and there we are. Lovely wee palmer, fish anywhere, UK and Ireland. As I say, this for a friend in Ireland, so I'm just going to varnish the head all the way around. I can see the eyes okay, so just leave it at that. And there we are, just a brown pearly palmer, the Partridge hackle in front. Basically you can't go far wrong with colours like that. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you enjoyed the videos, please subscribe, and thank you for watching.